Hello, people of Earth, the Toasterheads family, I like to call you guys. This is a new podcast that we're doing. I'm joined by the one and only Jondon.
Hello, I'm
And
Jondon.
this is the pilot episode because we should have recorded earlier, and now there's a queue on 2B2T. So I'm currently 165th in queue, and Jonathan is 160th. So we're just going to wait it out for a while. But in the meantime, we're going to record, the pilot to this series. So this podcast, I guess I don't need to tell you the title, but I will anyways, because you'll be able to read it. But you'll be able to read it and I'm telling it to you, so you'll have no excuse but to watch subsequent entries. This is the Nether Highway podcast. And the whole gimmick of it, what we're doing here, is we're traveling on another highway and just podcasting while we do it. So this is the pilot episode. We're in a queue. We can't really do anything right now, but we have a couple things on the agenda for today. First of all, I went and got 16 sodas at Crest Foods today. There's these Oklahoma sodas that they make in Edmond, Oklahoma, and they sell them at the store I work at. And so I got some. They were sold out of the flavors I wanted, so I got the OSU orange cream, which is actually really good. I got Mr. Twister to try again, which I kind of liked, but I didn't think it was that great. It reminded me of Mr. Pibb, but I'm giving it another shot because they didn't have the cola, which is the one I wanted. That one's really good. So I guess first on the agenda is this is a segment we're going to do on this show called the Wall of Shame, and we're building a monument on 2B2T to commemorate. We're actually going to build multiple monuments, I think. We'll just build them per episode or something. But these walls of shame will have the things that I believe are shameful. And first on the wall of shame today is Crest Foods, my place of work. And my co-host here actually has some former experience and now current experience with Crest Foods, so
Indeed.
if you have anything you want to say about that.
Oh, I don't know. It's just Crest sucks.
Do you have any stories, perhaps?
Not really.
No? Alright, well, I'm gonna take a drink of this soda real quick.
Okay.
Okay. What about that time that guy was trying to steal stuff and he shoved the cart?
Yeah, so there was a time where I was like acting as the security guard, and my manager came up to me and said, "Hey, that guy in that green jacket looks really suspicious." And there was a guy with a cart, and only like a few of his things were in bags, I believe.
Now, I hate to interrupt, but I have to ask this question. Just for, like, the people need to know. Was this man black?
No.
No. Okay, good.
No, he
good.
was white. So yeah, thankfully this man was not a man of color. He was a white gentleman, and he shoved the cart into my manager, right into my manager's crotch, basically. When my manager tried to stop him, and then he just stormed out without the cart. So, yeah, that's about it. That's about all I have to say.
I have a story in a similar vein, and as much as I hate Crest Foods, I actually have not witnessed that many crazy incidents with customers. Not that many. Like, there's been a few things like customers getting mad or whatever, but very rarely do I encounter like something that requires, or at least has the potential to require like a 911 call or something. But there was such a time last summer, I believe. So I was just minding my own business, doing my thing, and I think there was a call over on the intercom. I don't really remember that part, but I know managers came rushing, and they don't say specific things over the intercom. They'll say, like, if you hear a double-digit code over the intercom, that means something's going down, because they actually have no double-digit codes. That basically means if you hear that, get over there immediately, because there's some sort of active situation, and they want more people around, more employees in particular. If somebody's being threatening or something, I guess they're hoping that numbers will intimidate them, because us employees, like us regular like stalkers and sackers and whatever else, the sackers stay put. They're most of them are minors, and that's why they work as sackers, because that's our only position that accommodates them. But what my point is, us regular workers, we aren't really supposed to do anything, but they do want us over there. Again, I think it's just to discourage whichever party is at fault from, discourage them from being violent, I suppose. So anyways, I see these managers, all of whom I know on the front end, and operations managers running out the exit. So I can tell something's going on. And there was also the call, which I don't remember what it was, but I do remember there was a call over the intercom. So I figured, okay. And employees were gathering around the exit doors to watch. I was thinking, it would probably be a good idea to actually be over there to, contribute to that security and numbers. So I went and actually followed them outside, and it was this scrawny white guy with like long hair. He's probably like 17, and then there was there was a couple, probably about his age, and I don't know what the deal was, because I have to bring this up and you'll understand why, but it was an interracial couple, and I think the reason that's relevant is because this guy, the white guy I was talking about, was saying slurs and stuff, so I think he was being like racist. I don't know. They could have had beef of some other kind, and he was just being racist because he was angry, or he could have just harassed them solely out of just being racist. But I know he was like yelling and being belligerent, and our managers were yelling at him, and and this complete idiot. He was like, "I'm gonna call the police." The guy that's literally causing the problem here, and there was a woman out there who was kind of standing nearby watching, and she was like, okay, and she went and grabbed him, put his arms behind him, because she was an off-duty cop, so she was ready to perform a, to detain him. I don't know, necessarily arrest him, maybe not, but, then this guy was hilarious. He started to cry, oh man, it was great. So then he kind of like, he got smart and kind of managed to twist away, and just, he hopped, like kind of skipped away. It was like really effeminate and embarrassing for him. But he did have long hair, so who knows. It might not have been embarrassing. He may have just been presenting,
Might have been a she. You don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I should use more neutral language here. It left. Once it got away from the off-duty police officer, it decided it was probably better to leave. I would say they or them, but honestly, these kinds of people, the ones that cause that sort of trouble, I don't know if they need to be dignified by being personified. So it is good enough for me.
No.
So that is pretty much the story. What were you going to say?
I hate to say this, but it's been 11 minutes, and we've only moved like 20 points in the queue. At this rate, it's gonna take like 50 more minutes.
Yeah. I think what we should do, we should call this not quite done yet. I want to go through a little bit more, because I I did mention the Wall of Shame, but I don't know if I was describing what it is, but I don't know if I specifically said, I'm putting Crest Foods as our first item, the inaugural item on the Wall of Shame, rather. And so Crest Foods is on the Wall of Shame, for the record. So this has been the pilot episode of the Nether Highway podcast. So hopefully we'll do many more episodes, and you guys will hopefully be entertained by them all. And do you have any parting sentiment you would like to express?
Just share this podcast with all of your family and friends.
Yes. And
They'll
make
love
them
it.
watch it. If they won't watch it, find
them.
a way. Like, if you have a Bluetooth speaker, hide it like under the couch in the living room, sync up your phone, play it full blast. When they're watching stuff on like Netflix on their smart TV, cast it so it takes over the screen. Just whatever you got to do. You know, like if you're in public, like in a public place where causing a disturbance might be a problem, well, maybe you should make it a problem and broadcast this. You know, maybe if you had the Bluetooth speaker from earlier, you could bring that to a public place. And if you'd like to be a little bit more anonymous, so you have a better chance of not getting caught and charged for disturbing the peace, then yeah, the Bluetooth would be a better option. Just find somewhere to hide it, like maybe inside of a public library, then get near the exit, play the video. Maybe if you have a burner phone, play it with the burner phone, so you can just leave it there and exit the premises. But that's about all the advice I can give for you about force feeding our content and inflicting our content upon the masses. The rest you're going to have to come up with on your own. So I will see you guys next episode.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.